talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Listen.
Okay, what?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now.
Got him! Got him!
All righty. All right. Welcome to Hood Talk. And this is Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella, and it's time to get it started.
Hello.
Talk to us.
Hey, Mr.
Talk
Know-It-All.
Talk.
Look, well, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. And if you want to send him some love, bam, there is the information. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. But hey, moving on to this subject tonight, we want to know. We are here to talk about it. Why are so many people moving away from Mississippi? The M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. Why are so many people moving away? Do you have any idea?
Governor take.
Oh.
No, I'm saying they leaving for clean water.
Oh, wow, that was good. You right, Naomi. They probably leaving, trying to find some water. No more swimming.
Governor Tate got everybody running.
And he got him I heard he have a good clean tank down that way where he's living. Don't know how true it is.
They say he got a whole 18-wheeler tank.
That's what I'm saying, a big tank down there. So he's good.
He be like, I'm doing better than Mississippi. Uh-oh. Better surroundings, better opportunities lead to better self. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Because we sick of the mess with the city.
It seems like everything is a battle to get any funds in here, to get any kind of real money moving around. I mean,
right.
You know what it is? Mississippi's scared to be accountable. I mean, they're scared to give people money out and scared that they will be accountable for people checking behind them.
Misspending.
Yeah, making sure they spending money where they should be. They don't want people in their business. They've been stealing for so long.
Right. They saying you're gonna find out about everything else.
Yeah, they're gonna find out. They're gonna look at our books and find out how we've been Brett Favre in their ass for so long.
Look at the whole DHS scheme. That one little incident has caused other people to get involved. All their little secrets being exposed.
I'm telling
just
you.
like that.
And look, all the way up to the governors. Right? It just lets you know how crooked.
What the crooked letters mean in Mississippi.
They say Mississippi is the most corrupt state in the United States. Ain't that something?
I'm not surprised.
The poorest and the most corrupt. What's up, Black Queen?
What's up, Black Queen?
It just don't make no sense. Like I say, the show might not be super long tonight, but we're gonna get into it. We finna talk about it.
We gotta talk about it.
We gotta talk about these folks, man. They
hey.
us over. Every time I try to do something good in Mississippi, it's saying like you can't get nowhere. It make you wanna leave. It make you wanna go somewhere.
But look, Mississippi population declined by 2% within the last 2 years. And
They-
we are second in decline populations from West Virginia, which is number one.
You know what? You know what happened? People actually doing, all that Corona stuff. People
Hmm.
actually had time to actually look for better jobs,
Better jobs.
and
And
then
that's
they
why
got
they're not working in the restaurants anymore.
They went to working in their house. Everybody working in their house and leaving, and just being able to go, go around and stuff. What's up, Latasha? In his house.
So, Latasha,
What up, Timothy? Tim said, "Life, it's a
it's
life."
a,
Go ahead.
it's a life of crabs in a bucket down here.
Everybody pulling everybody back down. I think we need to stop passing the blunt so much.
Look, they
Nah,
pass blunts
but,
everywhere. You probably
but
can pass it a little
you
more
know what it
comfortable
is.
in other places.
Mississippi too poor to have real habits.
You said a mouthful.
I ain't lying.
The cost
Yeah,
of living is enough. You can't
that
even
cost of
afford to have a
living.
habit.
Look, they done raised the cost of living. Ain't raised no
No
pay.
income.
And then if you got any habit, I mean, they gonna kill you. I mean, you can have a cigarette habit, it gonna kill you every month. People don't realize that's a bill. You done mess around and made that a bill.
A super bill.
Uh-oh, she said it is the most corrupt. Yeah, I knew that for many years. Many years. They trying to keep us, because let me tell you something. Some people want to keep us down so bad, they don't even want money to even come this. They don't even want big corporations, companies, or nothing coming down here because they don't even want us to even get up.
Yep.
They'd rather for pass out some guns and this and that, and now y'all fight over turf in the inner city. Oh, this is my street. Don't even own the house you live in.
Yes.
These boys be talking this stuff. Hey, Chelsea up in his house.
So
Happy
Chelsea-
Halloween. I meant to start off with Happy Halloween, everybody. Nice for anybody to enjoy it. Enjoy the show and all that. Oh, man. Don't do it now. Oh, man. He threw shade there. He said, nah, Tate messing with the AC guys now. Oh, now we're going to have some problems.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look, man, we're gonna have some problems now. He messing with the AC guys now, man. He need to go on by that business.
But you know what? The decisions for Mississippi has not been great, like receiving government funds. Like the government offer money to the state of Mississippi and they decline it just because it came from a Democratic president.
Right.
So they make those decisions upon their personal decisions on their belief in political,
Right.
they're not even thinking about the people. Even with the water situation, they don't want the government help to get the water treatment plant fixed, things like that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Tim said they treat people here like they see them treat each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Corey said, yeah, man, we got to have contractor license to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That'll make y'all all become licensed bonded AC people.
To do anything now, you
To do anything. That's what it sounds like he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a new thing?
So
what
I know it's a new thing outside of Jackson. The contractor license.
But I'm saying to do any business in that area, you have to have a contractor's license.
Yeah, in certain areas you have to have
areas.
Contractor license, especially get the. Oh, he said. No, he said anything, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can kind of understand it when it comes to licensing and bonding when you have to be held responsible. What if, for instance, you go in and do some work and you blow somebody's house up? So that'll be protecting you and the customer. So I don't see so much bad in it.
Because I got my contractor. I'm just trying to think of what exactly what I know it. I know it. They always trying to. Oh, okay. He said, "Man, the law went in effect July the 1st this year." Oh,
The
okay.
beginning of the state's fiscal year.
Hmm. Well, well, what they trying to do? They trying to, like you said, trying to cut out people just running down now, um, running out there doing stuff, and they know they don't post.
Really know what they're doing, huh?
Yeah, because a lot of people go down there and they just know a couple of things. They run out here and you know and do work, and they really don't know what they're doing. They don't. So I can understand that. I can understand that. A lot of people just think you can bring a capacitor to every job
And fix the
and
problem.
fix the problem. Oh, capacitor, man! What's the name? I got a capacitor, man. You be like, that's what you feel like the problem. Okay. See, one thing about it, reason I say that because when you being a AC man, you a plumber, you an electrician, and you're kind of like a wire tech. You kind of like a tech too. So you are all these things.
But you guys don't deal with anything with gas, right?
Yeah,
You do?
and gas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I say you're a plumber. We got to deal with water and gas and
So when you do AC, it's the AC side, refrigeration. It's nothing to do with the stove or nothing.
what you talking about, the AC?
Like the gas, like a gas stove, that wouldn't
Well,
connect to anything
nah,
like that.
that ain't. Nah, I'm saying it's gas to your furnace.
To
So
your furnace.
yeah.
Okay.
So we had to hook that up. But I mean, you know, and me and oh boy, we work together. We do all that. We do, AC, heat. We work on stoves. We work on commercial refrigerators and stuff like that. We work on commercial stuff. So it's kind of different with us. You know what I'm saying? We kind of work on a whole lot of different stuff. But I understand what he's saying. I'm gonna check it out though.
Okay, handyman. Oh, he said, and if you got insurance, you good. Yeah,
Yeah, we got insurance. Got to have that $1 million bond, boy.
that's the
Yeah,
truth.
you get real work. You got to have that $1 million insurance. He said that correct, big boy, but that's gonna cut out a lot of us out. Yeah, I mean, you know what, and I'm gonna tell you another thing, man. It might cut some people out, but it also gonna make people go ahead, you
And
know,
do what they need to do.
to get their real licenses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, because it's not nothing is good when everybody running into it and don't really know what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? So you got
Hmm.
people that running over here because you got to think about it. If you hook up somebody AC wrong, it's the same thing when we had to do these kind of tests. If it got gas leaks or this and that, you can kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah.
silent killer. Gas leaks and all that. So you really got to be able to. We got gas testers. We got everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah, the carbon monoxide stuff.
yes,
Hmm.
people don't even realize you can die. So I mean, I wouldn't want a person that really don't know what they're doing just coming over, messing with something. You know what I'm saying? And then they trying to charge like they us. You know what I'm saying? They try to charge you big money and they don't know what they're doing. And you know how that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get back on it. Let me see. What Tim said.
Tim said, if we as a whole fix ourselves as within ourselves, they would invest in better business, etc., like they do for other states.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, you have to have a mind for anywhere you live. It doesn't matter if you live in Texas, Mississippi, wherever you live, you have to have a mindset
And I'm
for
gonna
it.
talk about stuff tomorrow on how you can make it in Mississippi. You know, a lot of people, we be talking about how we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he said, man, we can't pass them tests. Yeah, they can. Need to study. He said, you even need a license to clean. Yeah, I mean, because even with cleaning, if you put the wrong chemical stuff together and stuff, you can do the opposite. You can have something. I think what it is. Say you got an overcrowd where everybody just going out there just doing their thing. Everybody wake up in the morning just running over here just doing everything. You know what I'm saying? You got crackheads trying to hook up people AC and doing electrical work and all that. Man, we got
Some of them know a little something now.
and guess what? That's why you see so many houses burning down and everything. Because these jungle guys, they say putting stuff together, got wires and stuff, man, making stuff work. I mean, I done seen it happen too many times back in the day. That's why. Guess what? The same person that called, they said working on houses, that be the same jugglers crackhead house be burning down. You be seeing them house be burning down and be crackhead house sometimes. Burning down.
That's what you call they be rigging, huh? Corey said, I understand that and I respect your opinion. Mm-hmm. He said, you're right, Big Boy, but I think it's just another setback.
Yeah. But you know what? A setback is a setup. They're going to make it, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, who are we without the struggle? We got to struggle a little bit to come over something to get back right. When I go in a house and I'm finna make over a house, I look at it, I be like, ooh. Because it always get worse before it get better. You got to cut holes, you got to fix holes, you got to do stuff, you got to patch stuff up. You going through a house and then I film it, I be like, ooh, this thing ugly.
And then when you get done, you be doing this.
Right. I be like, that made that thing. I made that thing pop, baby. Okay. I'm just saying. Tina said, what's the topic?
Hey, Tina, the subject tonight, the topics tonight. Why are so many people moving away from Mississippi?
Yeah, just running from Mississippi.
Getting off.
Okay. Because I'm going to tell you where everybody going now. And I'm going to tell you now, everybody going to Texas and Atlanta. Atlanta people told me they don't want you no more. They said, as soon as you come to Atlanta now, we robbing you. We're gonna make you wish you didn't even come this way.
Well, they should just stay in Mississippi. You hear about a carjack almost every day.
Oh Lord. What did he say?
He said, I can't do nothing but respect it, Chief. I'm gonna stop complaining and what I got to do and do what I got to do.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what we got to do, man. We got to shake it off. We got to shake it off, and we got to get out there, man. We got to, like I said, everything I touch is always. It's like only thing I hate when somebody with me and we working and I supposed to be fixing on something and they go and they grab it and they say tap 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 and they break it. I say, man, I ain't fixing yet, man. The hell you trying to tear it up now for? I mean, other than that, man. Big Dad said New York, the city of dreams.
Okay.
Yep, they're gonna run you up out of New York. They definitely don't want no Mississippi. Nah, but
when you go north, the first thing they identify you with the way you speak.
Yep.
Yourself.
So they hear you speak. I know first thing I get there, I'm gonna be talking about one, son.
What is that?
I'll be one.
Oh, one. Oh, that's in the California.
That's New York. That's that slang. That's that slang. I'll be like one, son.
Oh, wow.
I'll just say. Some people just trying to make a new start. some running from their problems, just no crime is everywhere. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what people don't realize. If you ain't making good money, see, if you making good money, you can run in different places. Like if you running because you getting a job that's paying you double, run away. Run away. I just told a boy, I think it was 2 months ago. And he told me he was moving to Texas for a good, better job opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I said, run, Forrest, run, run. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and if it take that, just like he just said, I left Mississippi to follow my dreams and make better money and with better opportunities. And hey, I can't get mad at nobody that's
And
leaving
do
for
better.
a better opportunity. And it gets you sometimes you be done tour up a town, you too small, in some towns, like I heard in Texas, it's like something about people who got felonies is felony friendly state. Like
Mm-hmm.
they got a lot of programs where even if you're a convicted felon, you can get good A1 jobs in Texas. They actually even give people grants to hire felons on good jobs. And so Mississippi the only person that try to hold you back on everything. Huh?
They gonna hold you down for
Oh,
being a felon
every
for the
damn
rest of
thing.
your life.
Everything you want to do, vote every damn thing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody against you around here. And don't tell them you stay in Jackson. Jackson. Woof.
Mhm. Corey said, I was working good, man. Now it's just another obstacle to keep you down, and you in the wrong cause. Ain't nobody said nothing, newspaper or nothing. They keep this on the hush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He
So
right
some
about
things the news don't talk about that they need to talk about.
that. And look, he said, I'm in doubt. He said, yes, felony friendly for sure. See? And
That's
that's
what
what I'm saying. See, it's a felony. See, people don't realize certain states, just like if you go to Texas and so certain states are felony friendly, and you can allow yourself to have a better start. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather run some place that I can get me a better start of what's going on and everything than to be held back, because I understand it's hard for some people to make it in Mississippi. I don't tell people to stay in Mississippi if they can't handle it, because I'm I'm ingrained in Mississippi. That's a difference. I'm ingrained. I've been doing certain stuff here all my life, so I've been dirt down. I'm dug in. You know how they say when you dug in. A lot of people going to other places making big money. Is people told me, man, if you go to Texas, if you go here, man, you'll make so much money and this and that. But with me, it's not just about money. It's about um um I look at going to other places vacations only. When I think about um, Mississippi, the reason I stay in Mississippi because I think about knowing my surroundings, and I guess some people don't understand. Like when you able to walk around a place freely, it's a difference. Now, and when I say
I
freely,
was just about to say, explain to me.
when I say freely, I'm saying I know where all the bad people at.
Oh Lord.
No, I'm just saying I know where not to go if I'm not on with the shiznick. I know the neighborhoods not to go through, not to chill at, not to hang out, the type of dudes not to be around, not to hang out. I know all these people. I see them. I know them. I mean, hey, I let them do them, and I do me, and it's fine.
But
But
that's just like going places. But have you ever been a victim of a crime? Being a victim of a crime, you are so violated. And you don't it doesn't matter if you're at home or somewhere else, when you're being a victim of a crime, it affects you. So does that make you want to run because you experience this? Does it make you want to move from your state and find your new place because of this?
Now it might make some people, because the reason I say it makes some people, because Jackson, I mean, not just Jackson, but Mississippi too small and too broke. It ain't like you can just run to another city and then jump up. Like you can run to Madison and now you got a good job. And now it's just not that simple. You feel what I'm saying? Even though, more jobs are coming, it's not that simple just to run over here, get a good job and move and get away from the people that you like. Say if a dude right here, he get into it with somebody, and around here. 9 times out of 10, they might, most likely, if they go in place, they might see each other again. But see, you can move somewhere like a Texas and the other place where it's millions of people, and you might not see the same person twice again. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest, that's the biggest draw to moving to a bigger city. That if you like to see different people and you don't like seeing the same people, you fine. But I'm like,
because you can go to the next neighboring city and it's like an entire new city.
Right.
Not somebody you're gonna run across.
People don't realize if you just move to Pearl or you just move,
you still run into the same people.
Right. If you come back to Jackson, you're running to the same people.
You stay in Pearl, you'll still run into the same people.
Yeah. Because especially if you're going to like certain stores,
certain places,
Walmart. But I don't think it's so much that you're gonna run into the same people all alone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm gonna leave it alone, bro."
He's talking about those, probably about those licenses with his business. And, he said he was doing good working with it. And then it's just like a new obstacle with this new law they got going on. So.
Yeah, they moved him from Texas. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Go ahead with what's
Timothy said, with the beautiful woman and awesome woman that I have now in my life, the only thing left for me to do is relocate. But why would you leave, Tim?
Well, he said he got the woman.
He got the woman. So
man, let's go, baby. Let's go to song. Let's go. Okay.
Build yourself.
Yeah.
Curry said, I moved here from Texas. I'm from Alabama, and this is my home now. I'm believing they're looking to make it hard for us.
Oh,
okay, I moved from Texas, from Alabama, and this is my home now. So are you saying Mississippi is your home now, or Alabama is his home? He said Mississippi or Alabama?
No, he said no.
He said he moved from Texas,
right,
like here in Mississippi. Okay, but he's from Alabama, so this is his home, like Mississippi.
Right.
So he said they looking to make it hard for us.
Yeah,
I do. I agree.
Let me tell you something. I guess this is what happens all the time. Sometimes they think, that we ain't gonna do the work to get the licenses and to do the thing. But let me tell you something. We're gonna prove them wrong, Corey. We're gonna prove them wrong. We're gonna get the license. We're gonna show people how to get licenses.
Yeah, that's what needs to be implemented. Show people how to do it.
Stuff like that, and we're gonna show them. And I'm gonna touch on stuff like that the next couple weeks on how to get yourself, how to get certain stuff.
Yep, how to get your LLC, get you a tax ID number, things like that. Very simple. Very simple.
A lot of people don't think we're gonna do it, but we're gonna get it.
Get it right, Corey.
Yeah. We're gonna get it. We ain't gonna see a lot of people won't. I'm gonna tell you what they do. They throw so much stuff at us because they think we're gonna give up.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? But nah.
Used to give up. Guys don't give up too easy.
Mississippi, let me tell you something. If Mississippi your home, you made us something totally different than the rest of the whole than a lot of people even know about. You done had a hard all your life, had to fight for everything. Like a dude told me that moved from New York or Texas or one down here, and he said, or he might have moved from Atlanta. He moved from a big city here, and he said, "Man, one thing about it, man." He said, "If you ain't got no car and you stay in Mississippi, you can't make it, man." And I can understand that, but then I had to turn around and say, "Well, why you ain't got no car?" I mean, I'm just saying, like we got to start it. I'm gonna touch on that tomorrow too. We got to start, owning our cars and stop out of leasing. And see, we don't realize how much money we put back into, a vehicle that ain't ours. So we got to do that too.
But you got to think about it. The cost of vehicles in Mississippi are a little more expensive. Just how you have to go and get your tabs annually, they are very expensive in Mississippi. Most states like Texas, I think they pay $75 a year, whatever vehicle you have or something. Autumn, if you're still around, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they pay one tab fee a year, like a flat $75 or something like that. See, according to where you live in Mississippi, you have to pay a certain amount. I guess different zoning and tax fees for your tabs every year, your vehicle tabs, registration and whatever.
Yeah.
Corey said, and see, that's not enough now.
Well, he said, new life, better life is all I could say.
That's what's that.
I mean, that's how we have to do. Like, you really these days, you got to go and try to make a better life for yourself, by any means necessary. If you got to move to Detroit, if you got to move to wherever the money to make you, what I'm saying, that you feel like you need to make a difference. You just got to make them little runs these days. Like I remember when back in the day I was gonna work offshore one time, and I said, "Man, I don't want to work offshore for a long period of time, but the kind of money they paying offshore, I was like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. If I did that for a year or two, and then just thinking about saving all my money, and then what it is we got to start coming with plans. If you want to stay in Mississippi, you got to have a plan. You just can't just figure, roll it, pull it around and figure it out. You got to have a plan to make it here. I mean,
don't do like most people. The more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
That'd be a problem. You go and get a little promotion or whatever, you start splurging a little more. You start doing things a little different.
And watch this. I know ladies gonna get mad, but imagine all that pedicure money, all that hairdo money, and all maybe I ain't gonna even say massage money because people need their little massages and things, but all the little stuff that you just blow money all the time. If you just put it in buying the certain things that you could do your own nails, because I'm telling you, like, I know women, they probably just on just regular stuff every week. They spend about $100 and $150 a week just on prepping themselves for the next week to week, and that's just on the cheap.
Doing what?
Like nails. If a woman was going every week to get their nails just
every week
tied up or something, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll get a chipped nail and be like, "Oh, it's about $12. Do this, do that," and then think about it. Eating out. If you eating out now, hell, eating out almost cheaper than buying food.
Grocery these days.
I was sitting up there thinking, I was like, man, if I just eat that I was trying to calculate like eating that every day and cooking. Okay, but we just got to, we got to. He said, why we can't
enjoy ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Why we can't enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said, why we can't enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Hanson's in the house. What's up, Hanson? He said, I can relate to the no car situation. As you know, coming from cities like New York, having a car is not feasible by the time you're paying a parking downtown for work or your residence could be very expensive, not to mention gas prices.
Right.
So that's why sometimes in larger cities you're able to commute. It's
Right.
easier or cheaper to leave your vehicle at home and catch the metro to wherever you need to go, or the train, wherever you need to go.
Cause I be
Because you
listening.
have to pay for downtown parking now. If you're not an early bird person, that's still about $8 to $10 a day.
Yeah, cause I be listening to them folks at Breakfast Club, and they be talking about how they ride the subway and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like people just don't even have cars like that up there.
It's not a necessity. You know, some may have cars, but even if you do or don't, in bigger cities, you have better transit. Tim said, I went from an old school cars to a new foreign. For an example, I have barber talent. They pay 100 and better for haircuts in bigger states. Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't know they paid.
Get paid. You know, people start complaining around Mississippi when the guys start charging $20 a head.
They charging 100. Y'all gonna make me get my barber license and move up, move to somewhere.
Curry says, so how we supposed to get ahead? The only way we can get ahead, Curry, we have to do it ourselves. If we're relying on the state to assist us or help us in any type of way, you have to come up with your own blueprint.
You know what I'm gonna say? We're gonna have to get up. We're gonna have to get above our head.
Yep.
And what it is more people like Corey, Handsome, you know what I'm saying, and Tim. We had to do more talking among each other, just like other people. Men had to get together, talk, and teach other men how to do this, how to do that. And I noticed me hanging with different people now. I see that's how they do. You know, another person will say, "Okay, this is how you do this. Let me
Mhm.
help you do this." You know what I'm saying? So
And it's okay to get help.
yeah, and I feel that's the thing now that you just got to learn how to do something different.
Yep.
And somebody and and we got to realize making money is always a teachable lesson. You know, making money is a teachable lesson. Like if you sit up here and you hang around broke people all day, every day, how you expect to get some money? You got to get around people who got it, and you got to get around people who can actually teach you something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, I think even with that being said, when people move out of state, how you think they reach back and grab their people? They, man, I'm up here making whoop de whoop. Man, bring your tail on up here. You can stay
Uh-huh.
with me for a week, man. You'll have your own house. And you know what I'm saying? And now they doing so much, they love Mississippi people so much sometimes that they'll go ahead and have an apartment ready for, you know, people that's moving up there. They see how your work ethic here, and they'll pay you before you even get that way.
Yep.
But
Give
I
you
heard,
relocation costs.
guess what I heard today though?
What you heard?
Man, I heard they cutting out them Roman the moving nurses. You know them nurses,
Traveling nurses?
traveling nurses. I heard they slashing them. I
You
heard
know why? Because there are nurses
COVID
that
over
are
with.
taking no nurses are taking contracts and staying a length of time at a cheaper price, but it's still a nice price than traveling nurses.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. And just like I have a niece that's a traveling phlebotomist, and I had never heard of them being in travel status, but she take contracts all the time, making decent money
Yeah. But now they say they starting to cut them contracts now. So y'all,
because they can get it a little cheaper
yeah,
with a contract from like regular, nurses than just traveling one that travel from city to city. Like they have one that'll stay a little longer,
yeah.
at a little cheaper price, but still be good money.
Corey said, "Man, I cut my own hair if it go to $100. I'm telling you, I be sitting up there Look, I'd be sitting there with a bald head. Somebody lying to me. I'd be like, what's nice said that what he did too. One of them actors. Um, Golly, he played in Man Apart. But he said the reason he had a bald head because he said that was his whole thing, save money. And shoot, I did it a couple years same way. I cut that thing off and just started playing with that old, playing with that, playing two act. Because I remember when they first started charging 20, I had a bald head. I ain't finna go up to $20 player. You know what I'm saying? Then you start making a little bit of money, man. I guess
I made that $20.
I don't know, but I'm still look. I still be on. Sometimes I always think about well, if I had a bald head. Okay, but I'm just saying. Oh, he said, "Well,
Corey said, I think I got a low standard. I just want to be comfortable. I know, right, Corey? Me too.
yeah,
Me too. Nothing's wrong with that. Tim said, we came from more struggle. Therefore, we work way harder than what they looking for. People to keep the business flowing.
yeah."
And if you use the hard work, you're going to give it your all in whatever you do.
You know what makes it so bad? People in Mississippi work so hard, and we don't even realize the same hard work we do here. If we do it in another city, we get double and triple the money for what you do with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people leaving because they're saying, once somebody leave and they blow the whistle, hey man, they
You
get
this
down
better
over
pay.
here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they get down over here, man. I done found a nice neighborhood and everything. It ain't that high. Cause people starting to tell me that Mississippi rent is just getting just as high as the big city rent, and we don't make as much money as the big city rent. So
Nope.
it just getting to the point, man. When I seen, I didn't even know it was people around here paying $2,500 rent a month. There's people around here paying 2,500, 2,800. I mean,
Just
now,
to say they live in a certain area.
some of the even the areas, some areas that not super good, just some areas is $1,500, rent a month. I mean, cheap rent is little money and stuff. Like, I mean, it doesn't change around here, you know, and I think
The
I
cost
think,
of living has increased, but the income hasn't.
yeah, they ain't gonna do that because then we'll be
But
broke.
that's the thing about it. If people got together and fought for that, that is something that you can take and give a civil suit from the state, against the state by not paying a matched income. Like, some jobs still paying minimum wages.
Big dog like he said the body gave out, man. I'm tired of working hard. I feel him, man. Right, but you got to work smart, and I think 9 days I don't work as hard as I used to. I buy the tools to make my work easier. So I buy better tools instead of and I think that's with anybody like say a man that's traveling, changing tires. And back in the day, he's had an air machine and do this and that. And so now they got the electrical, battery pack this, battery pack that to make stuff a little easier. And
Hmm.
I mean, it's gonna get better and better because shoot, I was looking at, this dude got mobile tire company. I mean, mobile tire changing thing. And I was saying to myself, I was like, if you can nip that stuff down and buy, technology getting better, and you can buy something, man, I'm gonna have a solar panels on top of my truck or something running around here. I ain't spending nothing.
Oh,
no gas. You're just trying to cut out some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
of course, a lot of people trying to alleviate.
How heavy stuff is and everything. Just trying to cut out some stuff. And I think we're gonna get it. I mean, it just take time to make anything that's better. It takes time to make it better.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. First, they downtown so they can pay that.
Let me see. Okay. He said, bro, I'm a businessman. I hired another man to do what I was doing. I got too hot one day. Hey man, I understand that, and I think there's nothing wrong with having help. Now, when you say you had another man to do a job that you do, now that's a difference than hiring somebody to help you.
Right. He said he tired of working hard, so he just hired somebody to do the job for him. He just paid him to do it.
Yeah, that means you getting that middleman money. Yeah. So you get look, you hire 2-3 people, and you find and if you find the jobs, think about this here, and that's how you expand. If you hire 2-3 people and you can just focus on jobs, then you can send a person to do that job and send a person to do that job. Then you become the middleman, and that's how people make that shift into making money off just transferring money. You know what I'm saying?
You have to include in your prices of your help. Like some jobs go up a little more because you have to pay your help. So you won't have to get up off everything that you make to split with the person, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how you make adjustment to your wages or whatever your cost is. Hassan said, I see those high rental homes. Question is, where are the jobs in the area? And what are the wages for these $3,000 a month homes?
And I'm gonna tell you what's happening with some of that is a lot of them work in the house, in that home. So I'm gonna say this. Say you used to say you used to have a business that you used to have to go to the business, open up the business, do this, do that. If you're working out of home, you don't have to. You saving gas, you saving this, you saving that, and you still able to make a. So I think a lot of that is they making good money, but you don't have the expenses too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
At home, you go to the refrigerator to get this, go there, what I'm saying? Got your little walking machine in there when you get tired. I mean,
Right.
it's just different thing. Cause I went in one dude home and he had computers. He had a desk and he had computers all the way around. And he said, yeah, yes, this is my workspace. And he had that thing decked out with screens everywhere. Like he was down for the cause.
Right.
So a lot of people working from home, and I can see.
Hmm.
He said, I am the man, so I was trying to expand.
Corey said he asked the same question.
About them random house.
Hmm. Corey said, just look at the traffic coming to Jackson in the morning. I'm like, where are all these people going? Downtown
Yes,
into UMC Hospital.
here's what I do. Sometimes I follow. I be like, where they
Oh,
going?
wow.
Where the money going? Nah. Especially when they come in. I'm gonna tell you now. Go to them big house neighborhoods and see them coming out there. You just see them big old trucks when they start coming to Jackson. See where they going. See where they going.
You so nosy.
But I mean, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's a lot of hidden money around.
Yeah.
construction workers. I mean, it's a whole lot of hidden money around here, and I'm gonna get into that tomorrow. All the little hiding money and all that stuff. But I don't know why. Um, I can see why somebody would leave Mississippi, but I don't. You know, get into your questions. I know you got some more for us.
Well, I don't really just have questions. We're just here to talk about it. We were just talking about reason why people probably just moved from Mississippi.
Right.
You know, we talk about the decline in the population within the last 2 years, which makes Mississippi number two.
Right.
And then, like, people get out of college, like the younger people, they're seeking a life in a more broader place. You know, you in school, of course, you meet people from other states, possibly while you're in school or whatever. And so these people probably telling you about all these great attributes of where they're from.
And they try to get away from their kinfolk.
Yeah, that too. I ain't going back to mama house. I don't want to be like that, you know? So they go to these other places looking for better, and nothing's wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
All right, Tim wrote a book. Let's see what Tim says. Tim says, that's what I meant by us as a whole, doing better within ourselves. Show them that we are not just ignorant people. Then we will receive more respect as the human beings that we are. Look at how Dion made a great difference in Jackson State, meaning that Mississippians can do as well as other people, or even better, if they try and choose to make positive decisions instead of being lazy in the mind, being so quick to give up so easy. Tim, I applaud you. You said a mouthful.
Right.
And Dion came here and started pulling out all these positive things for people.
Yep.
All this stuff, you know, somebody else like Brett Favre, you're from here. There's nothing you've done with your career that tried to impact on your city other than getting your name incorporated with the bank.
Right.
And now we see now you was incorporating yourself with Department of Human Services, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, what impact can you make on your state? What impact can you go away and do something big and come back and think about where you're from? Yeah. And Dion is not from Mississippi, but he's here to work. And look at just taking his great gift, and he's doing great things. And shout out to Jackson State University.
Right.
With a good record this year and stuff.
Yeah. And I just think that just having a person like Dion come here was a big hit for Jackson State.
Yeah,
I think it brought a lot of awareness, and I think it's gonna mess around and bring a lot of jobs because a lot of people didn't want to come here when the flag was still up here, and then we all know now that Tate ain't swag. You know what made me so? I was on, and I'm gonna call this lady out, and hopefully she listening or whatever. But I was on Ellis Avenue, and I was riding behind somebody, and they had a Governor Tate bumper sticker.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing came to my mind, and I know I'm wrong for this. I said, "What make this? You know?" I'm saying to myself, "Why? White people stay over here in the neighborhood?" You know, I'm saying to myself. And I pull up beside him, and it's an older black lady, and I said, "Oh my, my." You know what I'm saying? With a Tate, a Governor Tate thing in the middle of Jackson, and this man don't have no respect for Jackson or Jackson citizens like that. I mean, he don't care if we go down burning, if the whole city burnt down. Some people out there would love it if Jackson as a city burnt down and they just had to come in and take it over and rebuild it. You know what I'm saying?
They probably wouldn't try to rebuild it.
Yeah, they would rebuild it. They will make sure, just like they did New Orleans, they'll make sure they make it so high we couldn't afford nothing in it no more. But they would rebuild it. It's folks waiting on Jackson to fail as a whole so they can come and rebuild it. That's why I say, we got to get in here. We got to start trying to own place, own the houses, try to rebuild some of this stuff. And just little by little, man, you know what I'm saying? People got to get out here and actually try to make a difference, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. But you know what? There are so many women, people that you would be very surprised. You remember the movie The Help that was based in Mississippi
Oh,
type thing from the
yeah.
book The Help?
When the lady boo-booed in the pie or something.
She put that extra flavor in the pie.
I thought she boo-booed in the pie or something. This shit. I'm just saying.
So now I would never try nobody's chocolate pie. Okay.
You gotta say Tate ain't shit. And then the governor manager in Jackson. We need to
No, but back what I was saying, I was like, maybe she had that on just supporting her boss. What if she's like the help? There are a lot of people that still have those type of jobs where they are the help to, these people in Mississippi.
can I tell you something? Even
Mhm.
if you the help, you shouldn't come back to the hood with that one.
Right. I agree.
You gotta tell them that hey player, I can't do that one.
They give them cars and everything.
I I mean it's let me tell you something. Um I think right now I I say if it was 20 years ago and they did that, I think it would be some backlash. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was the neighbor, I think, maybe the ties wouldn't be aired up. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying though. But I mean, Tate, oh man, don't forget to like and share. Read that one from him.
Hanson said, not coming back home. When you were raised up in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house with a family of 8, and your bedroom was a living room with a couch, you strive to do better, and yes, you can. Want to leave the South.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said,
Some people were so blessed. You didn't have to share a room with 5 or 6 kids.
but another thing, a lot of people don't like that cold weather. They're getting them better job where they can work from home, and a lot of people moving back north. I mean south because they don't like the cold weather up there. You know what I'm saying? That cold weather.
I mean, that's trouble being able, to get up and go to work and not have to worry about shoveling snow. I wait till the snow pliers come so you can get your car out, or going out there trying to find your car if you don't remember when you parked.
Yeah.
I don't miss snow. I'm sorry.
You don't miss it.
No, not one bit. People see snow and miss. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's so pretty.
Hey,
Oh,
following friends' word. What you mean by that? Like,
well, that's what I was just talking about. Like, you meet these people, and somebody say, "Oh, I moved to Texas, and I'm doing so much better." And why don't you come and see if you can get a job here, and see if you like the living? Come and stay with me.
yeah,
So you move in with the person or whatever, and go there and make a plan to do good. Some people do, but like we said earlier, you just have to have a mindset wherever you choose to live. It doesn't mean just because you're gonna move to Texas that you're gonna start making money. But if you don't go and try to get the money and stuff, then that's different.
yeah. And I
Minneapolis.
and I think that's the same thing too. I think a lot of us got to learn how to just get out of Mississippi to see the world. I saw the world early. So I don't have that thirst that everybody need to run around the world. See, when I was in the army, I went all around, around the world and this and that. So it's like when I came back, I had already got that little bit out of my system, and then I started thinking about, okay, how can I make money? You feel what I'm saying? And so I started at an early age at 23 and stuff like that, trying to, do certain things. And I had a plan at 23, to what I was going to be now. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you don't have a plan, it's the same thing in losing weight, it's the same thing doing anything you want to do. You got to have a plan. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sacrifice this. I'm going to sacrifice this for these many years to get where I got to be right here, right there. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people never sacrifice or don't have the mind control to sacrifice certain things where they can get to where they want to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem is people sacrificing their short term happiness for long term goals.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mhm. Okay. What else we got coming on? Yeah.
Thinking you can run from the Southern bondage. Some people leave Mississippi because of the lifestyle of how people live in the South. But Mississippi has great hospitality. But a lot of people feel like if I move here, I won't have to deal with Tate Reed style stuff.
Yeah.
I can get a better job. I don't have to have these folks talking to me this type of way.
And I think we just didn't realize how bad joker like that run you in the ground and whatever. Because I think this, I can understand if you behind the scenes talking about each other, but the governor shouldn't be trying to out the mayor in public. It
I
should be these
know.
kind of back and forth. I just think it got to the point people lack a certain kind of respect. You know,
Very, very much so.
you know what I'm saying, and they don't care. Like when he said that when he was in Hattiesburg, talking about, oh, it's a great day to be in Hattiesburg, and at least you ain't
Not in Jackson.
Mississippi. It really, the little bit of respect that I thought I might have had for a governor, it kind of went out the window. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so this how you feel? Like you don't feel like this whole state is yours. Anything that's not going good is still part of your state. You ain't in charge of Hattiesburg. You in charge of Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So when
Right.
Mississippi is the bottom of everything, oh, you at the bottom of everything because it's you are the governor of the state. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like, you know, he really showed his colors and just like when they call him out saying he ain't swag and he ain't this, he know that even on the biggest stage now, ESPN and everybody pointing fingers at him and letting him know that you ain't doing a good job of how you treat Mississippians. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he got certain picks and chooses
Yes.
which part of Mississippi he gonna help,
And where he gonna even go and
part of
visit?
the people he gonna help, and he a part of the Brett Favre problems. He just like a Brett Favre. He the old
He
town
was part of it.
country, old town country people thinking type stuff.
He's part of that Phil Bryan stuff too. But remember, there was the Senate, Cindy Heitzman. She was running for Senate after Thad Cochran passed. Remember, she was in Neshoba County and she was speaking at the state fair thing and whatever the fair thing they had there. And her comment was saying that if there was a lynching, she'd be on the front row. So it's like these type of old statements, they are still for this type of stuff
Right,
and
right.
don't care anything about it.
Because
You know?
guess what? Guess what? When I'm gonna tell you what happened when Trump came out, he really gave us an eye opener. Is how bad it really
It
still is.
still is. Yeah.
how these folks really care about you. See,
Yeah.
a lot of us thought, oh yeah, man, I got a couple friends and they care about me and this and that. And people don't realize, even in the workplace sometimes, when you get off and you go your way and
They
the other
go
person
in
go
theirs.
their way, you don't know what they say about you after they gone over here and they mess with their friends, and when you mess with your friend, just like you might come in the hood and be like, hey man, I had to work with the big people and this, that. You don't think they go back with their their partners and say, man, I'm sick of working with this one.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you don't think they go and say the same thing about you?
And there are so many of them exposing each other now, exposing their conversation. I can give a prime example. Coming to Mississippi, I was hired for a job over the phone just for my resume.
Mhm.
Hired from this job, show up at the job, and I'm sitting there waiting. I was supposed to start work. Everybody is walking in, walking past me like I'm not there. I don't see a black person at all.
Mhm.
So when I go in the office finally 2 hours later, the man was like, "Oh, where you from?" And I tell him, he said, "Were you living here?" I'm like, "Yes." He was like, "Oh, okay. I'm from," he said, "Warren County. That's Vicksburg area."
Right.
Yeah, I'm from Warren County. I stay on my side of the track and you need to stay on your side of the track. He said, I don't think we're gonna need your help here right now.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. I get up and leave.
Yeah.
First racist experience I ever experienced in my life.
Right.
And just that simple, just like that. It's terrible. Mississippi needs to come up in some areas, but it's not even just us. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, but I think what happened, during COVID and a lot of things, that this is what people don't realize. It actually helped a lot of us because it helped a lot of us go back and we was able to think for a minute. See, we had been so hustle and bustle and couldn't and working all the time and barely had enough time, this and that. And then COVID forced everybody to sit still for a minute and think about where you at in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It made you say, "Oh man, I realize I ain't got nobody this and that." Even the sugar daddies and the sugar mamas went away for a minute because they couldn't be around each other. You know what I'm saying? So they shut down all the clubs. They shut down all the play. I
I
mean,
know, right?
so it woke people up on you know um on how stuff is around here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her said, my wife hasn't experienced anything like that.
Yeah. And I think it's better. I think it's better now. Um, I think I think a lot of things we've been through in the last 3, 4 years have woke us up, realized that it wasn't as good as we thought it was, and it made us storm back and say, "Hey, man, y'all gonna have to start treating us better." And
Mm-hmm.
I think somewhere in there that I even realize, even when I go to the store, I see, more people of color and different ethnicities actually waving and speaking to you and acknowledging that you're there. So I think it has helped a lot because even when I go, doing, working and stuff, and when you go in there and some of these people just so nice. And you be like, where are these people? And they no, they just out a little bit. They ain't in Jackson, but they
Mm-hmm.
it's some nice people around.
And then it actually feels genuine, you know?
They might be in Lake Castle or something, but they but it's nice people around. I mean, I mean, it's just they spread it out, and there's so many opportunities that we're gonna have to dig in and really get ourselves back to realizing, you know, it's more opportunities. We got to get out there and get with it.
Yep. I
Yep.
mean, just like the next one, better income, cost of living doesn't match your income. So people go to make more money,
Hmm.
although you may have to pay a little more in rent, but you will be able to afford to do it.
Right.
So just think you're paying more money here with less income. How can you make it? That's why so many people have roommates.
Yeah.
You have to get you a roommate, somebody to help you because,
And that's what I see. I see what's happening. Sometimes we just got to realize we got to start working like the Mexicans and stuff. We got to start.
living like them too.
Yeah.
What you mean?
I mean, you had to start, coming in a house. We got to get back to owning that grandma house where somebody going in there and somebody who got a house bringing people in and they getting on their feet and they get on their feet, and once you get out there, you're able to fly like a real bird. You're able to soar. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Even eagles fall out the nest and don't survive.
Right.
So what you got to realize is when I looked at Wildlife Channel, say an eagle have three um three little eagles in the nest, right?
Hmm.
While that eagle is out getting food, guess what? You know what them three doing? Sometimes the other one pushing the other one out the nest. Pushing the other one out the nest so he can eat all the food, so he can get big and strong. So it's a battle from birth on siblings trying to battle to who gonna get the food. If you just watch puppies scramble like a dog, and everybody going after the food, everybody sucking on that nipple and locking in and trying to get bigger and stronger, trying to drink all the milk. If they could sit there all day, they'll sit right there on that nipple and drink till they get bigger. And as they get the biggest and the strongest, they push all the other ones out the way. And they become the biggest. That's why you always have that little bitty shrimp that look like he barely getting it. That's why them die off. The ones that won't get up and go out there and get that
And fight for it.
food. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. You got to get off your butt and fight for. If you want a space out here, you got to fight for space, and you got to sacrifice. Sometimes you got to sacrifice certain things you do every day. Like people always want this extra time off and all that. Sometimes you got to work a little bit harder than the next man to get what you want.
Hmm.
And ambition is what fuels people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But like we were talking about, lack of job or career opportunities. It don't be a
Person,
lot.
we shouldn't have to live like that with 3, 4 people in the house like the Mexican. Y hermano, tengo un secto, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. You might need 4 people in your house. I'm just saying.
It may be comfortable but crowded.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, even though we might not want to live a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying? I just think it is what it is.
Yeah.
We we got to do what we got to do to make stuff better, and that's the same thing about. See, when you married, you are living like that because
Yeah.
you sharing the same responsibility with another person, and
Yeah.
y'all making it work. So you still living like that, even if you got a family in the house. If it's just you and your wife, y'all sharing. She might be paying the little bills, you might be paying the mortgage, or however you do it, half or whatever. Split it down the line, whatever, make it work. People doing
Hmm.
it to try to make this thing work, and I just think it just, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Next one, oppressive laws and leadership. And we
Ooh,
talked about
you
this.
talking about Tate again? No.
Yep. We talking about these political gurus. Yes, we're talking about him
Yeah.
again.
Well, you know what? It seems like even when I see the Bennett Thompson signs and stuff like that, it's like you never see them till it's election time.
Yep.
Like I don't never hear from none of these folks till election
Until it's time to vote.
time. Like for real, what do
Yeah.
Bennett Thompson actually do for us?
Well, the only thing that I know that he's doing here lately, something with the NAACP to come after Mississippi for the water structure or something like that. But other than that, I don't hear from him until it's election time.
Yeah, because he the chairman or something there, and
Yeah.
he's part of the thing trying to convict Donald Trump. But
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all spending all this energy trying to go after Donald Trump, because the reason they going after Donald Trump so hard, because they scared he might win the election. So scared people want to try to knock him out the box so he can't even run because they sit up there saying he done already warned them and said he gonna run and he gonna do this and do that. And I'm gonna tell you, and this is gonna be a harsh reality. People would take economic other than this give me like a lot of people are saying, even if some people thought Donald Trump was a bad president, we still was economically better all the way around under his corporation. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing I be saying under certain things, you know, I had to choose my words carefully because it's not like I'm saying I'm a super dumb Donald Trump supporter or something like that. What I'm saying is I support economic development. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it's economy wise or whatever to make economy work, I can support that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you think the economic development was done to benefit everybody?
I think it helped everybody, even when you helping out big corporations and stuff like that. I think how like they say stuff flows down here. I think when you cut taxes here, taxes there. I mean, I think it 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 trickles down a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? But I think state to state, I think we just did a bad job of putting somebody like Tate and some of these people. I just think Mississippi got this old school mode that they can't get out of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then I wonder with the population of blacks in Hines, in Mississippi,
Mm.
like that means a lot of blacks probably voted for him as well.
Talking
You
about
know,
what?
because a lot of blacks are getting out of being Democrats
Right, right.
and they feel like because they're Republican, instead of thinking about the reviews of who's ever running for whatever position,
Mm.
they thinking about the qualities of what they're presenting to the
Right,
people.
right.
And people are making those decisions based upon that.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. We all want to be comfortable, but say this. Say if you was working for somebody and say you really don't think they such of a good person, but they paying you double what this other person paying you over here. And you like, all I gotta do is deal with a little BS over here, and I'm getting double the money than I'm getting over here. And I think that's what Americans start looking at. Uh
What
We
benefits them?
right. We dealt with Trump. He still said, "Okay, I'm gonna help y'all blacks out over here, and I'm gonna help the whites out over here." And I think what it became is it came a separate but equal type voice because, like, I think I'm gonna tell you, only thing that hurts me about some Democrats just like Biden is they won't talk to everybody. A lot of Democrats will say, "I'm not talking to him. I'm just not." And one thing I can say, anybody who wanted to talk to Trump went and talked to him. If you were black, if you was even Weezy, what's his name? Lil Wayne went and talked to him.
But do you understand why? He
Try-
had a value of money. I don't think a common person could have gone and said anything to Trump.
Yeah, he sat down with all them preachers and stuff.
Why? That was before his election. He trying to
Yeah,
win an election.
yeah, but
He
he
went to those black churches and sat among them because he wanted the black votes.
yeah, but listen, but at the same time, he was telling you, if you sit down with me, I'm on I'm gonna try to work out something that you'll be happy. You tell me what you want, and I'm gonna try to make you happy. And I don't even think we done got this with Biden. When Biden done sit down with anybody to make them happy. I haven't seen since he been in office. I ain't seen one policy or nothing that benefit. I mean, I seen the gas prices double. I done seen the food prices triple. I done seen
Well,
everything.
you gotta understand during the time of his service when it started, the pandemic was kicking off. It was beginning to kick off. The pandemic kick off.
Uh-huh.
So that put the whole America in almost a recession state. People couldn't work. A lot of things were affected. The gas prices, if Biden hadn't won, the gas prices at this time would probably be this price anyway. I don't think the presidential election had anything to do with it.
I don't know. I think I think you got one that was um one that was cutting a lot of I mean making benefits to, and I just think a lot of stuff that worked because like I realized America, Donald Trump probably was going a certain kind of way of putting America first. And I think Biden is the type of he's a career politician and he's talking about
And that's
global.
what he is.
He's talking about global stuff. And
Yes.
and I'm the type of person I was sitting up there thinking the other day, and I was like, I see we got Audis and a lot of foreign cars here. This, I said, guess what? Over there in their country, ain't nobody buying American cars. So why are we doing this? See, that's what I look at certain things. Why are we buying all these people products when we can?
Why are you sending all this money to Ukraine when we need to try to make it happen here?
But guess who wasn't
Look
going
at
to do
all
it?
these people around
Guess
here.
who?
People can't even afford groceries. Just if you don't get pre-EBT or
Okay.
EBT,
Guess
it's
what?
hard.
Guess what? You think Donald Trump would have sent that money to Ukraine?
No.
Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. He was thinking about America. That's why he pulled us out of the war. He said we spend too much money on this. We too. He was on the path of getting a lot of money, just focused back on.
He focused on his country.
Right.
Biden, like you said, he
It's a
is a global president.
Right. He's talking about a one word. How they say one word order. One word order. I mean, he want somebody over there, to rule everything. He want a couple people to rule everything, and he back under the same people that really don't care about us, running everything. I mean, Biden is a puppet, and he went back into his little puppet thing, You know what I'm saying?
I
Because he
think it
was
may be his old age.
everything that happened to black people, Biden was there. All the bad laws that were passed, all the clean laws that were passed that put us all in jail for more. Biden was right there signing them same paperwork to do them same things. Now he trying to play like, yeah, oh, I'm old. If you black and you don't vote for me, you not black. I mean, come on, man. How can you have people talking to you like this here? And they not even really trying to get your vote. They're just telling you, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a black vice president. What have you heard from your black
A female.
what have you heard from her since?
Only thing I've heard that she celebrated some type of Asian Day or something because she's part Asian. First time
Global,
I've heard her speak in a long time.
right, globalist. And she
Yeah.
did it a global type thing. And it wasn't even nothing about now what have she helped in the black neighborhood? What have she reached back and wrote a policy, anything? What have she did? She wasn't nothing but a puppet. Let me tell you something. We putting you out here so we can win this election, and then everything will go back to the good old boy system, and we're gonna shoot this thing right back down their throat. See, only thing I'm saying is we shouldn't want everything to go super just one way because Donald Trump wasn't a politician. And he didn't come in as a politician. He came in as a businessman.
A businessman. He
And he
did have business ethics.
said,
And he
I
tried
don't
to
think
I'm here.
I don't think none of this stuff is being ran as
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
I don't think none of this stuff is being ran as a business. America
Yeah.
is a business, and we ain't being ran as a business. We being ran in the ground, and I don't think about time Biden get through it, we ain't gonna have a pot to piss in and nothing to shoot it out. We are in a full live recession, and we ain't had nobody come out and say, "Hey, we in a recession," because everybody know it, but the politician, the only person ain't said that we
Right.
in a recession.
And just like those stimulus, he gave them out too early.
Now,
He gave them out to appease the people because he was fresh in office, so they can feel like, oh, he's doing this for the people. He gave them out too early.
you know what he should have gave us? He should have gave us $50,000 a piece. All this money that they giving Ukraine. If you had
gave us free groceries
if you
for
could
a
have
year.
if you could have gave the American people $50,000 a piece, guess what? Ain't none of us been complaining right now. And guess what? How much money they done gave to Ukraine, they could have gave every American almost $100,000 a piece, and it still wouldn't match the money they done gave across there. And guess what? That money will be recycled back in our neighborhoods,
Into the economy, yeah.
back in our economy. But they not seeing like that. You know what they saw it like? We gonna help too many people get off the ground. Because guess what? People could have got money. They could have bought houses. They could have did stuff. They could have got off the ground. They could have did that. And then guess what? You wouldn't have, that would have been just like your 40 acres and a mule. That would have been just like a stimulus package. If you had just gave everybody. I'm talking about white, black, everybody who American. Now, not the people that, guess what? Because guess what? When people come over here and they become a citizen, they get them $50,000 just to start off.
People don't even know that. In 7 years, tax free, right?
Right. At least 3, I know. But they give them $50,000 just by being American citizens. Why you can't do the same thing? Because let me tell you something.
Because you ought to give me that because I was born.
Indian dude told me this. He said, when they come to America and they become American, he said 3 of them get together and they get $50,000 a piece. And they take this money together, and that's how they go put down on, one of them hotels, whatever. And that's how they get, that's how they just jump over us so quick all through our neighborhood because they coming over here getting the money that they should be giving Americans. Give us that
Or
money.
even forget just the money. Give us a chance on things.
Give
You
us
know,
that one
look
time.
at the value of houses these days, purchasing homes, the cost of living in certain areas. You know, you have to pay so much more money and interest and rates and things. Give us a break on those type of things.
Give us that one time thing. And look, I won't complain no more. Give us that one time fee. And
How long that's gonna last you not to complain?
I ain't gonna complain.
Oh,
See,
you're
let
gonna
me tell
get
you something.
over it.
I'm not gonna complain now because I mean I ain't gonna let it stop me regardless. But I'm just saying, if you go out here and you get all that, we can't complain about not having the materials we need to do what we got to do.
Okay.
Because I know some people gonna end up in the same spot. Some people gonna go to the boat and give it all back to the boat. They gonna go. No, I'm just saying. But the people that's out here getting money gonna end up with that money where they can make some difference
Yep.
around here.
Double it.
Yeah. So I just feel like every joker that got a voting right or anything, I say give to everybody. Prisoners, everybody. So when they get out there, have something that they can say, man, I can go out here and actually get myself together and not go out here and move back in with my mama and all that. I can actually get out here and try to do something with my life.
Yep.
I got to start up planning everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all I got on that. What else you got? Go ahead.
And that's it. And this is the last thing. The Bible Belt. See, a lot of times when you go to other cities, you don't hear everybody basing everything on just the Bible. So you get exposed to a lot of other religions. So if you're not introduced to this type of thing before you leave Mississippi, you know, you may end up having your different belief. And Mississippi is a Bible Belt, and they're set in their ways and standards on how a person should praise and worship, you know. So a lot of people don't be into that. They try other things. So it's different, but it's the truth. Mississippi is a Bible Belt state, and it makes people act a certain type of way. So you are part of the slave mentality. You still live like, you know, like slavery still here. So it is what it is.
And you know, me myself, I don't I don't like to go too hard on religion. Everybody got their little beliefs. Everybody got their own spiritual beliefs or regular beliefs on how they think they should live, how they think what happened or whatever. So I think whatever floats your boat to make you get up and work harder every year, you know, every day.
And live.
You can do whatever you want. All I say is respect everybody else that might believe different than you. Don't point fingers because somebody don't believe how you believe.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing about being a Bible Belt type thing. Sometimes we believe something, and because we believe it,
we want every force the belief that we have on other people.
Right. So
we can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like you know, even if you just tell somebody that I don't believe this, they're like, "Oh, what you an atheist?" No, I just don't believe the same way that you feel. You know, like this about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I might feel, you know, God is in everything. You know, because the ants make the ground softer, the bees make the flowers bloom, and honey and all this. It's so much stuff that makes this world make up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's predators and prey. I tell people all is predator and prey. We are predators because guess what? We don't just eat rabbit food. We eat everything on the list. We eat octopus, everything, swordfish, everything is on our menu. You know what I'm saying?
Anything them jaws can chew.
Right. It's somebody out there eating giraffe right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just
So
saying.
silly.
These people eating everything that's on the mission. So I be telling people all the time, like, you got to realize that just because somebody don't believe exactly how you believe or live their life by
It's not, you
See,
can't call them wrong.
I tell people all the time. Sometimes people feel like, oh, when I work, you supposed to work. You know, people feel like, oh, I got a 9 to 5. So when I get off 5, and you know, everybody else should be available. Everybody work the same hours I work. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, this is not in the same. I mean, people work night shift, people work 3 to 11, people work 8
Yeah.
to 10. And then you got entrepreneurs that just don't have a set schedule. They have to move when they call. You know?
Right. They work all day.
So, I mean, like I tell people all the time, the hardest thing that I ever did was to come out, be an entrepreneur, don't prescribe to the regular workman community. And sometimes, like I tell people, if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, you're gonna have time. Have you a time like I don't. If you're a mechanic or if you got a job or grocery store, this and that, don't try to set your time where you can be there. Don't set a time on the door and you ain't gonna never be there at that time, or put on there you need to call me. That's how they build. You know, some of these people that's trying to get themselves off the ground don't never come up because they're trying to do something that
You won't get up before 8.
don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't make it there till 9, put 9 to 5 on that thing, or 9 to 6. You know, make an extra hour somewhere where you can catch a different crowd.
So you can accommodate the people.
Right. You can accommodate
Your patrons.
Right. So I just feel like, you know, we want, you know, we want a certain thing, but we don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
Way. We want this freedom, you know, this certain level of freedom to do what we want to do. And it worked during the pandemic, but guess what? We back to the real world. We got to get off our booty and we got to do something different to make
Not
something
the booty.
You know what I'm saying?
How they say, make it happen, Captain.
Yep. So that's it.
Yes, sir. That's what I have.
All right. Well, all I can say, hey,
So are you leaving Mississippi?
Nah, I ain't gone.
Okay, you gonna stay? Okay.
You leave Mississippi?
No. I like Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. I feel like people who gonna leave Mississippi, they're gonna leave Mississippi. People will find anywhere to, to go, certain places. And I don't have nothing against nobody who feel like they got to make a move to better their life.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do to better your life. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do to survive in Mississippi. And I'm gonna
and I want to know what that is.
Talk about tomorrow about how to survive here. We talking about
how to survive with these tools.
Everybody talking about the red one. I'm gonna show you how to survive in little old Mississippi.
Okay, we here for it.
All right. So how they say, we'll see y'all later. We'll see you tomorrow
at 9 o'clock.
And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Bye, Felicia.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Got him! Got him!
And like I said, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock with another hot subject. And we'll see you. Be there or be square.
All right. Good night.